Good day, and thanks very much for joining me and Dora as we're walking to the cliffs. While walking to the cliffs, we've come across these beautiful chuffs. Not bad start. We're going to be on the side of the cliffs, hoping to see the seals, the dolphins, and if we're very lucky, seeing the whales as well. We do actually see some gannets, so make sure you stay tuned so you don't miss a thing. We're also going to be discussing the things that we see during the day. These are going to be over the next couple of weeks, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the videos which are coming up too.
Holding on to you now, 'cause everything I know tells me this is true. I can't do this alone.
So before we've actually got anywhere, we've seen some chuffs. A pair of chuffs just sat there in the caravan site, having a little bit of nibble in the ground. That's crows, as lovely as they are, and they're not chuffs. But that was quite a pleasure. Thankfully, we're staying over by those houses over there for the next week, and here is the coast. Well, I'm not going up the top of that hill. Not unless I feel very energetic by the end of the week. Maybe that would be something we would very much consider. But here, as I turn it around, is where the coastline is. So we're going to be spending a lot of the evenings sat here. It's now Friday. We've got until Friday next week, but we leave in the morning at Friday, so Friday till Thursday. And we're going to try our best to come and see a whale, dolphin, porpoises, seals, that type of thing. I have got baby girl with me and she's quite happy. The main thing today is to have a look and see what we can see and see if there's a nice place we can take a seat. Now there's loads of places to take a seat, but we don't want to sit on a place where people can't get past, especially on a cliff edge. That is not my idea of fun. Now we have got another toy as well. You can see, hopefully, it is a Nikon 1.4 teleconverter. Means I will lose one stop. However, bear in mind this is an 800mm 6.3. So it's going to be, yeah, interesting. Now I don't know how much I'm going to like it, but I've only got it on rent. It cost me about 55 quid to do. I don't know what that is in the US. But it was 55 quid to do that. And I thought this would be the perfect place to try it out, especially when I've got the whales and the dolphins that I'm going to have to, because they're not going to be right next to me. So as a starter, that is a gull sat on that island down there, and that is quite a considerable distance away. I can't tell you what distance, because I'm not very good at that type of thing. I could guess 100 meters away. The video that you're watching at the moment, or have watched, that is at 4K 120 and DX mode, which will make it about 2,500 millimeters if my memory serves me well. The one thing which I would recommend is you would use this camera, or this on a tripod. I have only got the monopod at the moment, which is kind of difficult, but I kind of knew that would be the case anyway. If you're doing photos, this will be perfectly fine because the stabilization in the camera is pretty good. Apparently we're going to be taking some trip somewhere. Oh well, I'll turn off my mobile. Obviously this thing has got an incredible amount of zoom. I don't quite know how to explain it, but it is stunning. Obviously it takes my words away. It's just absolutely stunning. All the way over there there's a milk jug floating in the sea, and I can see it quite easily, but it's only a teeny tiny little dot, and I don't know, maybe you can see those swooshes probably about there, and the milk jug is about 20 meters beyond that, and that is a 4-pinter milk jug. You have to excuse me every time I see something in the sea. The sea is one of those things that I see something black, and normally it's just a shadow. But you gotta check these things out. Now Dora's actually getting quite bored out here. She's going, get me out here. So we're going to take a walk up that way and see what we can see. I'm not going to go that way because I know that way has got, I'm going to call it a mountain, but it's not a mountain. But it's a bit much for today. Today we've done quite a lot of driving, and that will be our winner. We are reasonably high up here. Now, there is some type of maps out there, and I think, I will probably be wrong, but I think for every metre higher you go, you can see an extra 10 metres on the horizon. So every metre does count, and we are quite a considerable height above the sea. I'm not a big fan of heights, but we are pretty safe here. We are pretty safe. The cliff edge is over there, so it's actually safe enough for Dora to come off the lead. The one thing I am going to remember tomorrow, when I come up tomorrow, is I'm going to bring her bed. You want your bed to sit in. She's kind of bored. Oh. Right, let's see how we get on then. Got ourselves a murder. If this was a clearer day, this might be better, but this could give me an idea of what sort of distance you can get. I'm trying to keep this as steady as I possibly can. That is a cat tractor. Is there anything else which can identify the size? Not really.
Are you ready to get up? Really, girl.
It's a bit misty over there. Maybe a little bit misty. We had a morning frost this morning, or morning fog to be more Pacific. I did brush my hair, but granted I didn't brush it very well. But I just give it a quick once over. Obviously I can't speak very loud, so I'm hoping you can hear me. That's not a good sign. But yeah, we'll try our very best to see what we can see. Sunrise is supposed to be at 6:45, I think it said, and it's now 6:30 ish. Talk quietly because they're only there and it's still early in the morning. And also, if you're very quiet, you might be able to hear some oyster catchers. Now, I can't see them. They're somewhere down there. there's an oyster catcher or oyster catchers down there. It might be in the crevice. I might go and have a quick look. Oh, he's down there. He is up there. He's down there. He's somewhere. He's by those buoys. So I'm going to try. I am obviously not set up correctly. They're way over there. I'm going to try. I'm going to set up the tripod and get sorted. Hopefully there'll be another one along. Be like buses, yeah? So I did get very poor footage of them. Problem I'm having at the moment is it is still quite dark. It's a bit misty out there, but it's just a case of keeping your eyes out. I'm not too worried about the noise now because some kids woke up and screamed, so anyone which is going to wake up is woken up already, and it's not my fault. It's very hard to focus on anything at the moment. One, because it's so dark, and two, it's hard to focus on the seeds, on the sea. The sea hasn't got any defining features that the camera can go, oh, that's sharp. So it may be just manual focusing, but it's a case of then finding where they're to, which is quite tricky, because they only come up for a second and then you've got to work out where they're going to come out next. And your guess is as good as mine. So, no luck this morning, well, a little bit of luck this morning, but I didn't get the camera on there on time. Obviously you've seen that video, but it's now time for us to go to the cottage, wake up the folks and have some breakfast, and then make our way to Newquay. So it's Saturday night now. We've done a little while before Din-Dins, and now I'm going to do a little bit after Din-Dins. It's about 7 o'clock, 10 past 8, 10 past 7 to be precise even. There is actually blue sky. Where hey, still a bit misty, but there's blue sky. But tomorrow morning is going to be rainy. Now it might stay dry until 10 o'clock if we're lucky. So I may come down in the morning, I may not come down in the morning. See how things go. There's a bird's out on there. Let's see if I can get it. Been using this 1.4 teleconverter on the 800mm lens. It does seem to slow down the focusing speed That's one drawback. Tomorrow morning as well, I think I discussed it not too long ago for you guys, but it was this morning. It did make a disadvantage this morning, being an f9. It made quite a suffer on focusing. Tomorrow morning, if we do go out, we will start with the teleconverter not connected, just so it's a little bit lighter. Any light we can get at stupid o'clock in the morning is a bonus. I'm actually going to go to a slightly different place, which has got a seat on the coastal walk, or it's got a natural seat, not on the cliff edge. I do not do heights, but a natural place to sit on a rock. Lovely jubbly. And I got Dora's blanket and shit, lying that quite happily. That's all you can do with these dolphins, is just sit, wait, and hope for the best. We did today see the bottlenose dolphins when we was in Newquay. Make sure you're subscribed, because you want to make sure you see that one. Right, so that's the old chair, as good as it is. However, I want to be a little bit closer to where I can see, so we're going to go back down here. Let's see if Dora follows us. Try again. Come on. Come. Good girl. Or you want your treat. Good girl. No, we're going this way. Come on, this way. Hopefully she'll follow. Come in. Just don't do grass very well. There is quite a few trip hazards here, which is never a good idea for me, especially by the cliff edge. Well, I sat down here with my daddy this afternoon a little bit, and I sat on there because that's a little bit further from the edge. My dad went down there, but then, you know, he's had a long life. You don't go close. But I value my sanity a little bit more. So we're going to go up here, and there's a nice little boulder to sit on. And one thing I've learned, and often forget, set up your tripod and your camera first. Then you're ready to go. Then get the dog sorted. It's probably not a problem that you have, but at least the camera's there ready to go on the tripod if I need it. If we're very lucky, we turn up, and as soon as we're ready, or as soon as we turn up, they're there to play. It'll be lovely to have them there to play. There is something in the distance. Definitely not a dolphin. I think it's most likely going to be a gull. But we'll check it out either way. Definitely nothing special. It was a boy, not a drowning boy. One of the boat boys.
You know my every thought. You know the things I've done. You know my struggle, my lonesome, wretched heart. You know the things I've done. It must be love.
God
things I've done. Every mistake, every disaster. When I run away, love's running faster. Ooh, only love would take me back again. When I've been caught with blood on both my hands. There's no.
And it does make you think, these cliffs here. Obviously we used to be not part of the EU, but we used to physically be part of Europe and connected. There was no sea, there was no channel. It was only until the Ice Age, one of the Ice Age, that there was the channel built, which is why the channel is not particularly deep. Not that I could hold my breath and swim to the bottom, that's, you know, but in the grand scheme of things it's not particularly deep. And then you look at how much corrosion the sea is capable of doing when this used to be connected. Saturday's fact: although the UK as a whole is now an island, the southern part, England, is actually different than Scotland, because England come from Europe and Scotland come from Iceland, and they crash together. I think that's fact, which is the most stupid comment you could ever say. I think that's a fact. Fact is a fact. Now I say I think it's a fact. I know that Scotland has come from a different part of the world than England. They've crashed together. They are different land masses. That's been proven. The only thing I cannot remember is, did it come from Iceland and Greenland, or did it come from somewhere else? Let me know in the comments if you know. And we'll give you another fact about the coast tomorrow. So today is Sunday. It's actually Sunday afternoon. I didn't come down this morning because this morning it was raining, and that was not a good combination for me. So we went out this morning, not too early, but a little bit early. About 9 o'clock I think we got there. Went to a place which has got bird hides. That way we didn't get too wet. However, we did walk reasonable amount of time, but if we was going to go there again, I would actually recommend just sticking to the paved path. The long way round just wasn't very good. It needs maintenance. Maybe during the summer it might be all right, but today, this is good weather. But with the rain, it was just foggy, misty, horrible. So just had to deal with what we could. Where we went today, the marshland would have had like barn owls very early in the morning, late at night when it's not raining, and it would have marsh harriers and things like that. But today, not. But in the other places, when we went into the other hides, we've seen a kingfisher, we've seen some snipe, we've seen some other things. I can't remember what they are. I can't remember what they're called. Oh, I got some lovely shots. I have actually got the 800mm with the 1.4 teleconverter on there. I shouldn't have it on there, but I forgot to take it off, and I've come up here with hardly anything. I've come up with 2 batteries for the GoPro, so that's one spare, and 2 batteries for the camera. I don't know how long I'm going to be up here. I've been up here a little while, but I don't think it's going to be light for very long because it's just horrible. I'm hoping that you can hear me. It is very windy. I have got the wind muff on the GoPro, but this is certainly going to be a test to see how good it is. If you like it and you want one, it goes on GoPros 8 and up, I believe. The link will be in the description, so you can go to my website and you'll see the various other things that I do have, including the GoPro cover. I almost forgot. Fact of today. Did you know that part of Britain lifts up 4 inches twice a day? And that place would be Cornwall. Yes, that's right, Cornwall. Scientists have found out and been able to measure that the Cornwall rises up and down with the tide. 4 inches. A lot of men would be proud of that, but other men would know better. Finally made it to the top. It's not too bad. A little higher. But to be quite honest, if I can not a big fan of it. She says it's too windy. I tend to agree. And to be honest, for the extra distance, it's not worth the effort. So we'll give it 10-15 minutes break and then make our way down. Well, that was worth it, wasn't it? A little bit more out of the wind now. So just in case you didn't hear me earlier, 1, it's windy up there, 2, is I don't feel very safe, and 3, and this is a bigger kicker, you can't see much more up there than you can where I normally go. But we've done it, we've achieved something. We will achieve more today. Like Dora, you're supposed to keep hell. First we're going to go down. Keep help. Come on, this way. So you go. They fly across. over the top of me. So we went to Newport today. Today we've seen some lovely things. We've seen some stints, we've seen some oyster catchers, we've seen loads of Canada geese, but I didn't actually take any photos or videos of the Canada geese. I did get some lovely little stinks as they was by the shore, as they do, running along. And I also got some video and some photos of a baby girl, Dora, which has stopped licking her feet. Good girl. So that was all good. Again, there will be a link when it's available up in the corner. I say it's up in that corner, or maybe in the other corner. If not, I might put some descriptions down the bottom so you can actually see that. Fact of the day. During the war, we had a problem with the Germans. Quite a big problem. You know, we was trying to keep them off the shores, which actually only one person actually made it to the UK, which was Rudolf Hess. And he made it trying to warn us about Hitler. But anyway, what we done to stop the tanks from coming across is done similar to what they've done in Ukraine quite some time ago, is we flooded the south. We flooded a lot of the places where the Germans will be able to dock, making all this marshland. And when we did that, that is when the Avocet come back to the UK, which was kind of a surprise and greatly appreciated. That is why the RSPB has got the Avocet as their logo, and essentially they brought the land off the government, which was marshland now, and they've now started making reserves, and obviously we got a lot more birds come back to the UK because of their habitat, and yeah, that's one good thing which come out of the war. There is a few good things which come out of the war. Not to say that the war was a good thing, but there was a few things which come out in the war. But for now, let's get back to the issue at hand. We've got a calmer sea now. This morning it was absolutely horrible, but it's now a lot calmer. Not as calm as it was on that would have been Saturday, but certainly a lot calmer. And we'll see what we can see. I think the dad's coming back now. He's coming back now. He wanted to walk up there and see what was there. I don't think he made it very far. He made it up some way and then started talking to himself or a very, very small person in the bush. Oh well.
Where we were was ideal as well, because right next to it is nature reserve.
Yeah.
We used to walk along the nature reserve. It's full of birds. It's all reeds and lakes.
Good girl. I know, I love you too. But we can't have you going close to the edge. No. Because if you fall, it's a long way down. It's a long way down. You don't know. You don't know. So it's now Monday, I believe, or is it Tuesday? What day is it? No, it's Tuesday today, Tuesday the 10th of September. Today, the weather has not been great. I know it doesn't look like it now, but behind us might give you a better picture. We've had 25-mile-an-hour winds, or supposedly 25-mile-an-hour winds, and downpours. So today we decided to go back to a place which we went to beforehand, which is the reserve at Cardigan, on the estuary there. The main reason we went there is because it was dry, as in it was in the heights. But we did have an amazing day. We did see quite a few things today. We did see the kingfisher hunting. I got some video of the kingfisher. and some photos of the kingfisher, very close and very sharp. What else did we get? We got some green shank, and we got the snipes again, and an egret as well, hunting for the eels. So all in all, a good day. However, we also went somewhere else as well. I forgot about that. We went to somewhere beginning with C, which was this place. And unfortunately we did see a dead seal. I didn't take any video of the dead seal because I didn't believe anyone would want to see that, and if you do, you're on the wrong channel. And we went to actually see the seals. I chose that location because it was, the car parking space was very close to the beach where the seals go, and it was a flat walk for my mum because she didn't want to walk up any hills. Granted, it was supposed to be raining and windy, and it was windy this morning. It's not so bad now. The sea is a lot calmer, and it's actually pretty clear today, which hopefully might give us an advantage of seeing these dolphins, which fingers crossed they show tonight. Before dinner, I haven't got Dora with me because it has been raining today. Her bed is wet, so put that onto the radiator to dry, and Dora to dry out a little bit as well. But my dad is coming down as we speak, so I'm not going to need her tonight, so give her a rest. Oh yes, today's fact. So Tuesday's fact is, in the whole of Europe, the UK has got the longest coastline, and of that 60% is Scottish coastline. But you got to take into account we've got thousands of islands, and out of those thousands, only 290 of them are inhabited. I'm close to saying it, I'm sure. Have people on them. That's your fact for today. Now, fingers crossed, we get to see something tonight. Oh, baby girl, I thought you didn't want to come. No? You ain't got your bed though, have you? It's not Thursday. Gonna try a different way. Gonna go up towards Cardigan Island rather than the other way. Might have better luck. Although the sun's right in my eyes at the moment. But we can look back on our house once we find somewhere. Is there? He was there. Eh? He was there. That's seaweed, isn't it? I'm very sorry, I forgot to record this during the recording. You may already know that the moon influences the tide due to the moon's gravity. However, did you know that the Earth is slowing down due to the tides pulling back on the Earth rotation? This means that we add a leap second every so often. This is generally every year and a half, which is added on the 31st of December and the 30th of June. This means that the days have also been getting longer and longer by about 0.0016 seconds every century, meaning that 400 million years ago, the days were only 22 hours long. Not only that has changed, but the amount of days in a year would have changed from 365 days, which we currently have, to 400 days in a year. Going back 900 million years, we would have been having 18-hour long days. Oh well, it looks like a nice place as any. But yeah, but you still can't see past that. Can you? Huh?
What you want to see? You want to see this bit?
Well, I want to see that bit. I want to see the bit with the sun behind me. Really. But I want to see where the dolphins are. The porpoises. I don't care which one. Well, that's Cardigan Island. If everyone raves about and saying that's the best place. You can see it clearly. From here. We're not too high. Bye, Dora! Bye! Good cow. Good cow. Yes! Good cow. Sexy, yeah. How long do you reckon it's going to take to get here? It's time now. Time's... So quarter to... well... It's 6:45, so you reckon it'll be here by 7? It might miss us. It might miss us. Well, then hopefully it's not too deep. It's only quick.
It's pretty deep.
It's got blue sky there. We could keep walking to the left if you want.
To the left?
Oh yeah, walk that way.
What time do we walk the other way?
Oh, that's back home.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll see it's got a chance to do it. More at the beginning, yeah.
I'll walk back.
We're about 10 minutes before that, it's like 20 miles out.
Yeah, it's just on the horizon.
About 20 miles. That's less than that, it's about 15. Mile an hour, really.
Alright, pack yourself up then, Dora. Ooh. You taking it home, are you? Walking back now, try and beat rain. If that's actually even possible, we're still got an hour to walk it. Keep an eye out on the way back, see if we see anything. Way back, halfway back, it's also exciting. Dora's there, Dad's there, and Storm's there. Hail miss us. I'm getting a little bit wet here, just a little bit wet, and oh, maybe it's cutting down. And I'll tell you one thing, it doesn't show on screen. Obviously I ain't got a thermal camera, but it's also very cold. Very cold. I think some of it's hailstones. See it sort of bouncing off of things, but it's only some of it, rather than all of it. But it's in my boxers. Yum. That'll keep my ass clean. Yeah. I'll go to my ear. It's a bit cold. That's hailstones. Ow, ow. Ow. Try and put Dora on the lead. Come on. Come.
That's alright.
Come.
Come on, I'm getting soaked.
Well, I can't see a bloody thing, so I can't see if there's any cars coming. It's alright if I could see if there was cars coming.
No, you're too wet now.
No, that's
It's not going
fine.
to make any difference. Yeah, it's soaked right through. And about halfway between here and we've
No,
got
that's
2
fine.
miles up on the cliffs.
Do you look after the cottages, don't you? Yeah, just to let you know, the can opener in the can opener in ours is broke.
Oh, do you need to, do you want me to give you another one?
We're alright
we-
for now, we've run out of
alright,
cans.
He's got Army Swiss knife, so he managed to get them open up. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, probably the next person might want one.
Find the heater.
Yes, yeah,
yeah. I think we need it.
Well, you need it to dry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Right.
I
Right.
mean, you get more wet.
cheers.
It's all my legs everywhere.
Oh. Yeah, got a river coming down the road, it's that wet. Oh well. As you can see today, I didn't get a chance to go out. However, we did get to go to the other side of Cardigan Island and have a little walk around. We got halfway up the hill and then someone decided to complain, and then we went all the way down the hill. I say we got halfway up the hill, we got all the way up the hill and then we started going down because we apparently didn't have time. So instead we went to somewhere else, which was a waterfall. And when we went there, I was looking specifically for dippers, and I certainly was not disappointed. We've seen dippers, we've seen also 3 or 4 grey wagtails, and also while I was taking pictures of the dipper, I got rudely interrupted by a kingfisher flying right behind the dipper. Not quite close enough to be in focus, and also the dipper does not move anywhere near as fast as the kingfisher. However, I did get a reasonable shot of him flying behind, and I've just uploaded that to Facebook. So it was a case of packing tonight, ready for tomorrow. Now tomorrow is very exciting. Tomorrow is the day that we go and catch a boat in Newquay, and we got to 12:25, which will be about just after the tide. So hopefully, all being well, that's an hour-and-a-half trip, which I am going to record. If you want to see that along with the video of the underwater camera, remember you'll need to sign up to my Patreon to get my extra stuff. It's not too expensive, and I think it's a fair price. This morning I did take back the Teleconverter, which ran out yesterday, so I had to post it today. With the 1.4, it's got its pros and cons. Pro, absolutely brilliant distance. Con, slows down your camera for the autofocus. It also makes it harder to find your subjects, obviously, because you're zoomed in, which isn't such a problem if you're not on a tripod. However, with that sort of distance, 2,500mm, whatever it may well be, basically needs a tripod. You move a millimetre, that is a considerable amount on the other end. I don't know if you've ever used a scope, you'll try to use a really high strength scope, but it's kind of like that, and when you're trying to video, it becomes very hard. It's also a case of I had to take off the lens hood because the wind was just catching it, and that was when I was recording the seals, and it just made it near impossible to keep hold of it. What else can I say about the TC? Don't know if I would recommend it. Certain circumstances I would highly recommend it. If you're sat on the side of a cliff waiting for dolphins or trying to record the seals, it is worth it because you're in a static location. You can set down a tripod and just wait, and you probably will most likely need that distance. Also, over the sea you get less heat haze when you're over the sea. It's pretty clear most of the time, as long as you don't get the sea mist, or like we did yesterday, the storm coming in. So he was able to see quite a distance with that, and that would have given it an advantage. Without TC, I could pretty much see right to the horizon. Granted, if I took a video or anything of interest at the horizon, it wouldn't be a very good video. But around about halfway between where I was sat and horizon would be okay. If it was a whale, it would definitely be okay. Dolphin, it would be okay. You'll be able to make it out. I have taken some videos on this video actually. The gannets are about halfway between me and the horizon. It's got its place, but you do definitely need to be sat waiting and expecting a long distance shot. A close distance shot would be a problem. With the 800, which is 6.3, that does make it an f9, which makes it near impossible for anything which is fast going. Kingfisher, I will never consider trying to take a photo of that in flight. However, I was a bit lucky today for a change, but that was pure luck. I wasn't even trying to take a picture of the kingfisher. I was trying to take a picture of the dipper, but it kind of dived. Yeah, the swallows, I didn't even try to do it with the f9. It's just too slow. It's just too slow. The 6.3 lens, which I haven't done a full review of yet, is slow. It's not immensely slow or painfully slow, but it is slow. But I am comparing it to a f4, and I tell you what, the f4, if I could afford it, the 600 f4 with the TC built in, that is a dream. And I think that would be what would work best, because it's just a big pain taking on and off a TC. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what's going to be in the distance, and being able to change it pretty much instantly is a game changer. It also allows you to find the subjects. That's another problem with the 2500mm. It makes it very, very hard to find the subjects. Always a little bit more tricky when it's on a tripod. When it's in your hands, which is the method I'm going to use tomorrow when we're doing the dolphins, then you can look at it straight, don't move your head, and bring the camera up to your eye, and hopefully you will be pretty much in the correct spot. But when you're on a tripod, you've completely missed that method. You've got to find it. When it comes to finding things in the sea, you've got no point of reference. You can't just go, oh, it's next to that wave, because waves changed instantly. There's even more crows coming through. I think there might be gulls actually. As they all fly through.
Waking up in the flower bed, the sun is up, table set, we eat and drink.